G'day, g'day, g'day. Welcome everybody. My name is Dark and Tiger, the Tiger from Down Under, and I've got a special guest with me today, the one and only Whsprs.
Hi, everybody.
Do you want to give everyone a quick rundown of who you are? Just if people don't know who you are, which is probably highly unlikely.
Don't say that. Hi, my name is Whsprs. I'm a musician. I perform live in virtual reality and on different stages. And I write songs about love in virtual reality. That's my thing.
There you go. So, for anyone who doesn't know, we met at Furality Sylvia, probably one of the biggest furry conventions online on VRC, and where Whsprs ended up performing there. How was that for you, Whsprs? How did you think that went for you?
The Furality gig?
Yeah, the Furality gig, because you did have a little bit of technical issues at the start, I believe.
I did. I think this was my third Furality gig, and I was extremely happy with it. Because I think this was my first time only performing originals.
Oh wow, okay.
I like to do one or two covers in between, but for me, this one was a big milestone because I feel like the songs were on point, the performance was good, and everything was the way I wanted it to be. I got good response from everywhere, and I was on cloud 9 after that performance. I was actually super happy.
Yeah, I bet you were. I remember where we were in our world, and when you were singing, like everyone was just like singing along, moving, dancing. It was such a really, really cool experience. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. So I had a chance to speak to Whsprs at Furality, even though I might have done a bit of a boo-boo and I accidentally muted my audio, so whoops. But one of the questions I did ask Whsprs here, and I'm going to ask him again because it's probably a good idea. How did you get into it? Like, how did you get into doing... Well, how did you become Whsprs, I guess is the best way of sort of asking the question.
That's a good way to ask the question, actually, because I've been doing music for a longer time. I think I started about 12 years ago.
Oh,
I was very young back then. Like my dad made music, and my dad's from Liverpool. My mum's from Austria, so I'm like half Austrian, half English. And
oh wow, okay.
My dad always had music equipment at home, and
Yeah. So it was sort of what.
Blah. Got into it young, but I feel like, yeah, exactly. But I feel like, especially a year ago, I really realized that I wanna make music with Whsprs as the Fox.
Okay.
About love and virtual reality, and it was a click moment for me because I've been playing it at Irish pubs for years, playing the cover songs,
The luck of the Irish.
Shit. It was kind of fun. Yeah, the pubs were fantastic and the people were nice, but it's like you're playing cover songs and stuff.
As you do, yeah, that's fair.
I released music under my own. Yeah, I released music under my own name, but I never really saw a path there. It was always like more of a fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got into VR, like 3 years ago, I'm not sure, and I started like playing live there, I realized, oh shit, okay, wait, there are not a lot of people that do it this way, and
that is true.
I can write about topics that touch me in this virtual space and touch a lot of other people. So I really believe in it. I believe in making Whsprs big, and I'm gonna keep going with it.
And I believe it was 3 years ago. I think your first one was it wasn't Furality, it was something else you were on. I remember because I saw the video. But to touch on a point, like you said, you like touching people, and that's probably one of the biggest things. Like your songs don't like, how do I say this without being and again, I'm not having a crack at any other musician out there, so please don't take this the wrong way. But your songs do, like I've said, we had this conversation just before, your songs are very resonant because, like you said, they're all personal experiences. You've had something that sort of triggered it or something that's brought it up. Would you say that's sort of like one of the reasons why you decided to go, you know what, I want to show the world me. I want to show Whsprs as this. And then that's why you feel your songs sort of touch so many people. Would you say that would be probably a fair accurate to sort of say?
It's hard to say because so the whole world of VR and VR chat helped me a lot in accepting who I am as a person, accepting myself to be, you know, bisexual, queer, whatever. And yeah, and funnily enough, I wasn't intending on writing music about these strange queer digital experiences that we're having in VR chat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I went through the heartbreak. I went through the pain that a lot of us
we've gone through. Yeah.
And
exactly.
And music always has been, even back when I was writing under my own name for the normies or whatever. It was always a way to cope with pain.
Yeah.
In a way, which is great song material, but not a very like.
Accepting.
I'm releasing an album. Yeah, and I'm releasing an album soon. And I swore to myself, my second album that's coming out now in September, I didn't want it to be another fucking survival album of my own pain. Turned into it again. I hated it. But music is good, and
because it's like it's something that you feel passionate about. It's not like you're just, like you were saying, you're not writing a cover, you're not redoing a cover song. You're doing something that actually has like a meaning behind it, which is actually kind of cool. But yeah, there you go, guys. Now you know there's another album coming out September, so be prepared. So with that in regards, like you said, you came to accept who you were. So do you, I guess, being, because we are in that lovely month we're in, Pride Month, do you identify more with what you are? So I'm assuming are you bi or are you gay? Which do you identify with?
I'm bi.
Okay.
I was in a relationship with a girl for a long time. Childhood friend. We were together for like 7 years, I think.
Oh wow.
And
okay.
Even while we were in that relationship, I started experimenting a bit. She knew about it. She was fine with it. I started experimenting in VR. Like VR was a massive catalyst for me.
Yeah, I guess that's for the same with everybody. Everyone sort of starts off. It's like, oh, it's nothing much, but I'll do it in VR first just to get an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And yeah, it
took off from there.
Changed my life. It took off. It took off. It changed my life in every aspect. Not only the music, it changed my friend groups. Like obviously, I still have the same friends,
same groups. Yeah,
the normies. But yeah, I stick to different people. I spend all of my time on the music for Whsprs in VR. It's changed my life.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. That's much like with me. Like I'm a part of a lot of different communities. You've got the anime, the Carbon Rider, all those sort of different things. But the thing is, though, a lot of them do sort of cycle back around, and it's definitely helped. Like being part of the fandom for me, the fandom's always been, there's been up and downs, but it's actually shown me a lot more about myself, and I think that's why I enjoy doing what I do, and I enjoy hanging out with people like yourself and a bunch of others, because we don't have to hide that. We can show who we are, and I think that's what a lot of people miss out on. They don't sort of go, they want to show who you are, but they're just like, oh, I'll just stay in this little avatar and just in a corner. It's like, no, go out there, be yourself. Like, what's the harm? People are going to see an avatar. They're not going to know you. They see an avatar and a voice. That's it. So That's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Like you found sort of, I wouldn't say your way, but you found a path that you felt comfortable with, and you felt like this is something you want to explore. So,
Totally.
yeah. So, what did you do prior to becoming Whsprs? Like, what was Whsprs before the music? For people who might not know.
Great question. I bought the headset during COVID, like a lot of people did.
I think a lot of us did. Yep.
Yes. The first avatar I was in, and still am, and most of my close friends are part of that community, is the otter avatar.
Yep. I recently got one of them myself, so yeah.
Yes. No, honestly, I mean, they're really cute, and I know the creator, Shade the Bat, he's a sweetie, and we had meetups during COVID
Every couple of
meetups are
weeks.
still going on every
Yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
weekend, every single weekend.
Oh,
And
wow. Well, there you go. That's commitment.
I would be the, yeah, it is. I would be there just vibing, and I don't even know how the first concert started, but I just took my guitar and played through my Quest mic.
Oh, wow.
No anything. No shits were given. I took the guitar, sat on the floor, completely pretzeled. And just played a couple of cover songs. Yes.
I will say I'm not.
There are videos.
Of it real? Oh god.
There are videos of that. It's amazing.
I've got a friend in my community, and he does that. He's actually come on a few times. He actually came in. Actually, he came in on my birthday. A lot of you guys would have seen that if you're in my stream on Twitch. He came in and he put his controllers down, and then I was like, "What are you doing?" And then next thing I hear him strutting his guitar. I'm like, "Wait, hang on, what?" And he's just sitting there strumming, singing me "Happy Birthday," and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Wait, where is this coming through?" Again, that's how some people can do it. Actually, you know what? Since we're touching base on it, you have a very unique setup, and I don't think a lot of people notice that. So you've strapped, from what I've seen in the videos, and again, you can probably explain this in better. You seem to have strapped your controls to your wrist when you're playing the guitar. Is that something that you came up with, or is just something you thought, oh look, I need somewhere to still at least show that I'm holding a guitar? Or was this just something that one day someone said to you, hey, why don't you just sticky tape your controllers to your hand or something? Like, how did that idea come to it? Because obviously this is a lot of stuff you've had to obviously develop over the years. So yeah, how did that happen?
Because of my background, because of my background in live performing, it was never an option for me to do playback or whatever you want to call it. Like, I wanted to play the guitar live. And there is no other option. You have two choices. No, you have three choices. Either you do this, you let the controllers go.
The controller just
this.
Yeah,
That's
yep.
one option. Exactly. Then I could use the hand tracking of the Quest, which was awful. There are videos of that. Looks awful. Or what I then decided to do is I bought straps for the controllers, and what I do is I turn them around 90 degrees and then just put them on the back of my hand. And it's not flawless, like everything in VR. Nothing is flawless.
Nothing is flawless yet.
Yet, exactly. Yes. I have the method. It works well. And there's a lot of other small tips and tricks involved that I've gathered over the years. Which are very annoying though, because I'd rather be, focusing more on the performance,
on the
music. But it doesn't work like that. If you perform in VR, you're gonna have to deal with the tech issues. It's part of the game. You're gonna have to find ways to overcome the struggles.
Exactly. Yeah.
It works somehow.
Yeah. I know the struggles, and a lot of my community out there on Twitch know very well. Again, it wouldn't be a darkened stream if there wasn't tech issues. It happens.
Part of the game.
Yeah, part of the game. Again, we're content creators for a reason. We're gonna have to deal with it. So, getting back into the whole thing. So, you decided, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to start playing a guitar. Did that then sort of spark the interest of saying, okay, maybe I could do more? or was that just sort of like you were sort of just like, oh, I'll play it and then see what happens, and then someone said, hey, you should go and play in La La Land or whatever? Was that sort of how it went for you, or was it something that you? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that are probably also struggling, or they're sort of they do it as well, but they're not confident enough. Like, what would you say is a good sort of starting point for someone who wants to maybe become a musician or get into like the same line of work you do?
The easiest starting point is to find a community. Could be based around an avatar, could be based around an interest, just a VR chat community. Go there regularly. Tell people, look, I make music. Would you want to listen to me play a couple of songs? And then you do that. It does not matter what it sounds like. If the sound quality is good, it doesn't matter how many people are there. Just get started. Be in that instance. Put the controllers on the floor. Nobody cares. Honestly, it's VR chat. Nobody cares. Take your instrument and play the song and sing. Whatever happens after that doesn't really matter. You have to start. When you start, you did the first step, and that's fantastic.
Would you say you work within your own limits? Would be the best way of saying it.
Work with what you have. Honestly, I know we're all surrounded with people in full body. We're all surrounded by people with the fancy
bass
shit.
tracking.
Honestly,
Yeah.
It's nice, obviously, but never let that be an excuse for you not to do what you want. You have to start somewhere. If you don't start, you'll never start. Okay, that's how it is.
See, you've heard it. You've heard it first. Whsprs has said it. I have been sprouting this nonsense for years. See, I'm not the only one that says you work with what you have. That is the crux of being a content creator. Because like, we all have that. We all have our own ups and downs. We all have family problems or relationship problem, whatever the main thing is. But as long as you keep true to what you want, that should be where your focus is. And again, I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one that actually sees that as well. Like, you're working with what you've got and go from there. And again, coming from someone that does singing, that's a good thing, because a lot of people probably don't know what mic they need or how they're supposed to go about it. Like, that's a big thing. Like, when I started, I was working with, what was I working on? Like an old Blue Yeti. And everyone said, oh, but you sound so much better. You need a better quality mic. I'm like, yeah, but again, I can't afford it. Later on, I bought a better one, and now people can hear me talk like this, or I can talk like this. Oh, you haven't heard the dark voice then. Just go this way. Yeah, so I do, well, I have my dark voice moments, and I can also start to stitch your eyes a little bit and just go on and talk. And it was good because people started to like, oh wow, you actually have a really good deep voice, or you have this really cool high pitched voice, and it's like, maybe you could do voice acting and all this. And I'm like, these are things that I would love to do down in the track. But again, as Whsprs said and as I said, work within that limit. Even if it's not a lot, something is better than nothing. So there you go. You've now heard it first from Whsprs. So there you go. Keep that in your mind. So another, we tapped on this as well. We talked about this at Furality actually. Like, so you've already done virtual reality. You've even done some Furcons, if I'm not mistaken. You've actually done live gigs at Furcons. Did you, with those, what were those sort of experiences? Were they sort of like, was that still the same thing as being in VR, or was that something completely different for you? What was that like? Because obviously VR, you obviously can't see everybody. Well, you can, but you only get to see the avatars. Whereas at a con, you could have 300, 400, 500 people watching you. So that would be like a big...
I feel like the convention gigs are the confirmation that what I'm doing in VR is... How to say this. Okay, imagine you stand on a stage. You're standing on a stage in VR, and you play in front of
However
40
many.
people,
Mm-hmm.
and you have 40 people singing along to Fox Boy. Okay, beautiful, lovely, indescribable feeling. And then you go to a convention, and you have people standing there singing Fox Boy. Same thing. It's one thing to have people like your song, but if you meet them in VR and they come up to you and they talk to you, they're super nice, everybody, they want to take pictures, but then you go to a con and you have like actual people. Coming up and like, yo, are you Whsprs? I like your song. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. The way or when the border is crossed, in whatever form, it could be these VR portals that we have at the conventions, you know? It could be
that is true.
a fan coming up wanting to buy a CD. It's hard to describe because it's something very new. It's something not a lot of people have experienced.
It's like an adrenaline rush in a way. It's like it's like you're having your favorite meal that you haven't had for years, and it's just a sudden whack of emotions kind of thing, isn't it?
It is. It is. It absolutely is. It's wild. It's wild. It's a wild world we're living in. Like I'm here I'm a fox. Look at me. I'm sitting here in my room.
Just chilling, vibing.
Trackers on. Just chilling, talking to you as a fox. And then I fly to the States or I fly to the UK. And I sing my songs, and then somebody comes up to me and is like, yeah, hi, I love your songs. Like,
blown, mind blown. Yeah, that's it.
Mind blown.
Yeah, because I know when I was younger, I started doing a lot of stage performances and stuff like that. Yes, I used to do stage performances. Don't be too shocked. But the same thing. It's like you walk up there and you can do it like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people. It's nothing. But then you're in a room with like hundreds, and it's just like you're sitting there going, oh shit, what do I do? And then you're sort of like, what do I do? And then there's those things. Oh, just pretend everyone's in their underwear, and it's like. But the thing is that you got to sort of sit there and take in that thing, and like you said, it's just your mind blows because you're not expecting it. But yeah, that's interesting. So there you go. So again, it's hard for anyone, but at the same time, it's such an adrenaline because you can finally see like what you do is actually touching people, and that's a really cool fact. So again, if you ever want to know, there you go. Whsprs is sort of giving you a hint of what it's like to be up there. So you've like I said, you've gone to a few different cons. You've done Irish bars. Trust me, my mum would probably absolutely love you for that then, because she's part Irish, so that's good to know. Well, yeah. So, is there a goal for Whsprs to perform somewhere? Like, is there an ultimate goal that you would love to be able to perform, whether it be the real Whsprs or whether it be the Fox Whsprs? Like, is there a goal that you would like to achieve 5, 10, 15 years down the track? Like, what is Whsprs' goal? Or is Whisper just the type of person where he just wants to make content and make people better? What would you say?
It's Whsprs has a goal, and this goal has been established in the past couple of months by getting a lot of opinions, getting a lot of people's views. Whsprs has a goal, and I feel like the combination of the skills that I possess, not only the musical skills, but also, you know, having the capability of VR, you know, we are all like special people.
Yeah.
People. It's a tech skill. Exactly. Having music, having the VR tech skill, the production tech skill. I think I have a package which is very unique. And my goal is to be big also in the mainstream. And that sounds like a really stupid goal because he makes music to be in the mainstream, but I feel like what I'm doing is hasn't been done before in a way. I know there are a lot of virtual musicians.
There is, yeah,
we have Hatsune Miku. We have the gorillas who have like virtual avatars, but it's not the same thing. It's not. If you go to a Hatsune Miku concert, you have Hatsune there. She's on a 2D screen, and it looks awesome. The music's great. I enjoy it, but
or if you go to the
like a video, it's a video.
Or if you go to the one she recently, well, not recently, it was a couple of months ago. She actually did a live concert, and she wasn't 2D. She actually was 3D. Because they used a new technology that had come out. Yes, again, chat, I research. I'm not dumb, I do research. But they basically had a project...
Actually, you need to send me that, because I have not seen that. I need to see
Really?
that.
I will definitely dig it up and send it to you.
Yes.
So basically, how to describe it is she went out, she does a normal song, it looked really, really good. But the problem was she had this really long runway, and everyone's like, why is there a runway? Like, she's not a thing. Somehow in Japan they have made a thing where it's 3D. So she was able to like get off the thing and she started walking up the stage singing. And it's like, hang on, but she was in it, but no one could work it out.
Okay, well, then that is, I have to look at that because that's an issue. I've talked to a lot of people, and that is an issue I have found impossible to overcome because holograph technology is not yet there.
True, but in Japan, the technology is always being developed. Yeah, so Japan have already figured out how to get 3D models into a reality thing. Supposedly they had like these big generated, I don't know what exactly they're called, I have to re-watch it myself, but they're a giant projector, but they're not the normal kind of projector. They're freaking huge. They're like a giant computer, and it's just projecting onto an image or something on there. So I think they had smoke on there, so that sort of helped out with it and all this. But there was like 4 of them projecting onto this one area, and that's how they were able to make it. Again, she's still a digital character, but it was like it's 3D. Like, how do you expect that? Because the way they transitioned it was really, really cool, and I was like, that's future tech coming out. Eventually we're not going to have 2D things. We'll be able to like what was the game called? Actually, it's probably Destiny now off the top of my head. No, I'll use Destiny as it. There's an ability for the hunters where they can have a clone of them, or a decoy as it's called, and you jump backwards, there's a decoy there and it sits there. We're getting to that technology where you can actually deploy a decoy of yourself and there's a 3D image. So technology's there, it's just slowly getting there. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see, like a giant Whsprs walking, I don't know, in London or on somewhere, and you just see you.
That's exactly what I want to do, and that is one of the biggest. It's not. I'll call it an issue. It's one of the biggest issues I'm facing. Is I can be on stage. I have stage experience IRL. I have experience in VR as the Fox. Where's the border? How do I bring it together? The end goal is for me to. I want to tour Europe or whatever. I want to tour the world, whatever happens. But I want to have the Fox on the stage. You know, I want
not just you. Yeah.
Music with a band. Exactly. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I feel like I can do that. Yes, I really think that
would be cool. I would love to see you like come to Australia one time and then go to the like Rod Laver Arena and see not you but your Fox just on stage. Like that would actually be for anyone, that'd be freaking crazy. A lot of people, like, we have one of my favorite bands, Man with a Mission. I don't know if you know them. Absolutely amazing band, great Japanese pop band, but they wear wolf heads. They always wear wolf heads. You never see them without the wolf heads. And they do their concerts where they wear the wolf heads. I was fortunate enough I didn't get the chance to, but I was hoping to, when I was there, to go to the concert where my wolf character, Striker, and go to the thing. Now, I thought, concert's not going to let you do it. Man with a Mission know the furry fandom. They actually did a video and they had 7 fursuiters on stage with them. And I'm like, you don't get to see that anywhere else. Another good friend of mine, he actually does DJing in his kangaroo suit. He actually just did one not long ago. people loved the suit and they loved his DJing, and it's like that's so good. We're getting to that stage where now the fandom is slowly getting into mainstream, and honestly, like, I would love to see Whsprs album at like my local music store or JB or whatever. Like, that'd be cool. That'd be something. But again, like you said, it is something that you're building towards, because it's not something you can just go to like Sony Records and say, hey, I want to do an album. Like, you can't just do that. So
no, it's a new path, and that's why it's so intriguing. It's something I have to navigate, and I need help from people. I can't do it all on my own, and it's experimental. Things are gonna fail. Things are gonna be fantastic, you know. But I want to keep going there because I believe in it.
Yeah. So there you go. That is a cool goal. Like, that's actually a really cool goal. I'm not gonna lie, that is actually kind of cool. I'm slightly jealous of that. So props to you for that. So all right, so we know your goals, we know what how you got into it. You got into this. So where do you want to go next? Like, where would you, Whsprs, want to go next? Like, obviously you want to play, like you said, you just said you want to play in Europe. Is there like a place you would love to travel to and perform, whether it be in real life or as Whsprs? Like, is there, like, obviously you would love to go to most furry cons because there's quite a few out there. We all know that. But is there one that you really want to get to? Like, get asked, hey, do you want to come and perform here? Is there a furry convention or a convention you would love to perform at that you haven't had the chance to yet?
Something I'm looking forward to a lot, which has a lot of meaning for me, is in September I'm going to be playing at Megaplex in Florida, Orlando. I'm one of the guests of honors there, and I am thrilled for that trip. Honestly, it's going to be my first time in the States. I've never been to the States before.
I'm jealous. Yeah.
Play the music. Oh.
I will have to get my friends. I'm gonna have to get my friends to come over and bug you then, because I've got half a dozen of my friends saying they're going to Megaplex. I'm like, okay. Megaplex. I will say, Megaplex, you will have a great time. It is a good first American con. So that would be, that you're gonna have a blast. I will say this right now. Make sure you have clean clothes. That's all I'm telling you. If you're doing a drinking party, you might need them.
I will bring extra clean clothes just because you said that.
So I'm assuming, are you going as a guest or are you just going as like an attendee for Megaplex? What's the?
I was asked, like, I was invited by the convention, so I'm going to be one of the guests of honors.
Shit!
So
there you go.
At the opening ceremony, I'll be around everywhere.
All right, there you go, chat. There you go, guys. Whsprs will be attending Megaplex. That's actually freaking cool. Is there? Yeah, that's actually gonna be really, really cool for you. Holy heck! Is there another, like? Obviously, that's probably one of the big ones for you. Is there any other one that you really would like to attend? Like, obviously, this is going to have a big meaning for you because it is your, like you said, your first time. But is there a con that you would love to go to? Not just because it's the convention, but it's an experience that you feel like you're going to get out of it. Obviously, yeah, the first one's always going to be a big one. But I'm sure there's a con that you would like to go to just to say, I've finally done it. I finally gotten to that stage. Do you have a...
I can't tell you a certain con, but
okay, that's okay.
I have access to a lot of I have access to a lot of cool cons. Like in Europe, it's easy, you know, to travel.
Obviously, yeah.
But but especially things like Megaplex or stuff that's far away, like being able to play music in different countries
would be an experience, yeah.
Getting that, it's amazing. Getting that opportunity in the furry fandom, it's so underrated. Like, who else can say, "Yo, I'm gonna fly to England next weekend. I'm gonna play an hour of my music in England."
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, well, I think anyone that gets a guest,
every other musician anywhere else would have to, you know, sell tickets, be part of a festival. It would be such a hassle, but I can be in these countries at furry conventions and play an international audience, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I think it's like for anyone, like anyone that's a guest of honor, and it's not your home country. Like recently, my good friend Hiroko, he ended up going from Hawaii to Texas for a convention because he was a guest of honor. Like, and that would have been a thing. Like, even for me, like I would love to have someone like from, I don't know, Megaplex or Anthrocon say we want you as a guest of honor. I think that experience alone is something you can't sort of like. I guess people are like, oh, but I want to be a guest star, but it's not something you can just like you said, you can't just step into it. It's just something that eventually someone will come up and ask you. So again, yeah, that's kind of answered the question. You want to travel, so maybe a future Australian con can, you know, call Whsprs here. I'm not saying I'm not saying anything. Melbourne Furry Con, not saying you have to, but you know, maybe.
Just in case there's anybody watching this video right now, I'd love to perform in Australia. Not gonna lie, that would be amazing.
Or what about Japan? Now, Japan would be a very interesting one. That'd be kind of cool as well. Like, yeah.
It's a massive thing to tackle though, because I have zero contact to the Japanese furry community, the music community. I don't know
nothing.
Anybody.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, so it's basic, but again, like it is something you have to build towards. You don't just turn around and say, "Hey, do you need a guest of honor at the con?" Like, you do have to do it. And again, with your, I guess your profession and all that, that does come with those little. I wouldn't say, well, they're hurdles, but they're things that can be overcome over time, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's sort of really the only main questions I would have. Would you see, how would I put this? I got to make sure I word it right so it doesn't come off like I'm a typical bugger of an Aussie guy. Do you have any like set advice that you could give to someone that is, whether it be a musician, whether it's a content creator, whatever it is, what is your first advice you would give someone who wants to get into this, whether it be the content or music or whatever it is? Like, what would be your advice to someone, whether they're new or they've been in it but something's not working? Like, what would you give them?
Honestly, a great first step to make is to think about why you're doing it. Before even thinking about, before being pissed off that nobody watches your stuff or getting bad feedback, focus on yourself and think, okay, why am I doing it? What do I want to achieve? What's important to me? How can I evoke these feelings in myself? Am I doing it to get, love from other people, to get attention from other people, which is valid, which is fine. I know nobody likes to say it, but obviously it's nice to have people walk up to you and say that what you're doing is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you doing it because you, like, for example, I write music as a way to process situations in my life, to think about situations. I write songs to process it. Is that why you're doing it? Is it to let loose, to let go of emotions? Think about why you do it. And if you find why you do it, I think everything else will
fall into place
in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that actually, there you go. Shit, I couldn't have said that better myself. Holy heck. There you go. Yeah, and that's very true. Like, why are you getting into it? Why are you wanting to do this? And that's a very valid point. Like, when I got into it, because I wanted to make people's day better. Like, I do the content I do because, again, everyone goes through hardships, but I want people to understand, like, you don't have to worry about that. You're coming to my streams or these videos because you want to see something different. You want to experience something. You want to forget about everything else and just sort of smile. So for me, the reason why I did it was because I wanted to make people's day better. Even if I have like 30, 40, 50, 60 people, whatever, if I can have at least one person from that stream turn around and say, thank you, Darken, because your content made me laugh, or your content made me sneeze, or whatever the case may be. If I can get that person, I've got this running gag. If I make you laugh, sneeze, or fart, or do the hat trick, You have to record it, send it to me, so I make a video out of it. That's who I am. I've always been like that because that's who I am. Again, it gets the reaction, so that's what I love. But that's the thing, like, if I can do that and make people like Whsprs laugh or giggle, like, to me, that does it. And that's why I chose what I do, because it makes them happy, it makes me happy. I'm doing the right thing to make someone's day better. So, yeah, I can't falter in what you just said, yeah. So, there you go. You heard it from Whsprs. Yeah, I'm out of questions. I did ask my lovely community over at the Darkness Army Discord if they had any questions for you. Would you be alright if I asked you some of those questions? And I think some of them you will actually be hip tracker. You'll be quite impressed, because some of them were, when I read them, I'm like, wow, these are actually kind of deep. So the first one we got here is from one of my mods named Zarex. Zarex asks, what inspired you to make the songs, and which did you enjoy making the most? See what I mean? My community's my community's very smart. I'm worried, like, oh god, these guys are actually got good questions. Shit.
I love that kind of questions. What inspires me right now as Whsprs is stuff that I experience in VR chat. It is pain, a lot of emotional pain that I experience. Unfortunately, I try really hard to write like
happy-go-lucky songs.
Too hard. Yeah, I'm not a bit brain dead, but I fail every time because I write them and then I listen to them and I hate them. Like, I can't. If I write songs, it has to be some kind of truth, some kind of relatability for myself behind it.
Yeah,
that's where most of my inspiration comes from. It's from right now. It's from heartbreak. It might change. It will. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. Okay.
But again, that's like what we were talking about earlier before for this interview. I was telling Whsprs that I had an experience with someone I got really close with, and then he disappeared. And for me, when I heard Foxboy, it hit, because it's like it brought back that experience, that memory, and I was like, oh shit, I had a Foxboy, and I was just like, oh fuck, this hits. It's like, oh wow, okay, yeah, this is why. And I think for a lot of musicians, I think that's the same thing. A lot of the time, you don't just sing a song because you didn't just think it up. Experience is the biggest inspiration, I guess, for a lot of people, and especially for you. So yeah, okay, there you go. So that's hopefully you get better.
Was like,
which one did you do?
The second one was like, which one was my favorite, and I couldn't tell you. Like,
it's hard, yeah.
Honestly, it's hard. I'm gonna release. I can tell one short story. One song is that's gonna be on the next album that's coming out in September. That the album's called "Sad, Drunk, and Needy." Very.
Oh boy. Okay. Yep. I can already see where this is going.
Yes. And one of the songs is called "Nights in the Woods." "Night in the Woods" was written during a night in the woods. I spent 3 days alone in a cottage that I rented because I wanted to think about where I'm going with my life and what I want to achieve. Like, I had a list of questions that I just went through and answered for myself. And the song is a lot about being afraid of being stuck in the same place that you're in right now for the rest of your life, and having a bit of a directionlessness. And I feel like
that's gonna hit, yeah.
That song, and it's an upbeat song in a way. It's a very important song. I feel, for me, like, having written that it's such a time-stamped song of where I am in my life right now, of looking where I want to go, and I'm very proud of that. And that was probably the most real experience writing that song, I would say.
Wow, that's pretty deep. I wouldn't be surprised when I hear this. It's gonna probably hit, but I think that's Night in the Woods. That's kind of cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that and hearing that. That'll be interesting. It's sort of like, I guess you could also use that as a reference for people that are also stuck in a rut. Like they're like, oh, I don't know if my content's good enough. So again, you can see it from that aspect as well. All right. Yeah, I'm happy with those. I feel that. Yeah. All right. I won't ask this one. I think I would ask this one, but I think I want to use it as a closer because I think it's a funny question to ask you. So I'll leave that one till last. So the next question is from, and I know he's going to have a crack at me because I keep saying his name wrong. Hurl, his name is. Ask, what inspired you to join the streaming community? Did you imagine the situation would develop in the way it did? What hopes over the next year is your path of involvement, and have you felt welcome and engaged while being a part of this community? So that's technically like three into one, but yeah, okay, I'll let.
25,000 questions, but it's fine. I haven't answered all of them.
I guess he felt like it was better to have it like all in one, because then you can sort of just answer it in one go. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of streamer friends, and I love them. And I did stream a lot, especially last year or like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I started. I would do cover concert streams like twice or 3 times a week. Fun every time, great experience. I stopped doing it really quickly.
Got burnt out
because I didn't want to be a streamer. Not necessarily burnt out, but it wasn't the content I was trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
Or put it differently, my skill set is better used, I feel like, in a different form of content.
Yeah.
So I could do the streams, and they were fun. I enjoyed them, but I was like, okay, look, no, I want to spend more time on writing my own songs, producing my own songs, which is gonna be less output.
Yeah.
Say it, over an extended time.
Yeah.
But it's a bit, it's a bit. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but like the quality of the product
is better
for myself. Is way higher. Yeah. That's why I decided I'm gonna stop the streaming. I might do 1 or 2 concert streams here and there, but the main product is the music. Okay.
So would you say you were welcomed into the community really well then with doing it the way?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do concerts on other streams a lot. Everybody's super nice. I have a couple of close friends who are also content creators, and it's always fun to talk about content with other creators to see how they do it. How can they learn? How can I learn? What can we?
And build from that.
It's always good talking to other people. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, again, as I say to a lot of people, like, you're always welcome. Like, I would love to have you pop in randomly on a stream one day, just a chill vibe, or even like I do on Sundays today. I will be doing my live stream, VR chat. So again, you're always welcome. I'd love to. Yeah, like I said, I would love to get to know you as a person, because, like I said, you're a very interesting individual. You're not just focused on, oh yeah, I'm a singer, I'm not gonna do it. Like, there's all those famous ones that just look at you and are like, oh yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that. But to me, you seem like you're genuine more. And I think to answer the question, Harold said, like, where was it? What do you hope for over the next year for your path of involvement? I guess you literally said that in that answer. You want to, you hang out with your streamer friends, you get to learn stuff, they get to learn stuff, and it's sort of like that's the thing. So I guess, yeah, that's a big part of the involvement path, I guess. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay, so Cosmic asked, what inspired you to start making music, and what made you choose the type of music you produce? We sort of already answered it, so you don't have to go into great detail. If you want to give like a shorter answer to it, you can. But yeah, like, there you go. So
I have a good answer to that. I was always all over the place, especially my first album. It's called Holoplankton. I released that last year.
Holoplankton. Okay.
It's interesting to listen to, I think so, but it's everywhere. It's like It has a folk song, it has an electronic song, it has a rock song, it has sound art. I wrote it was my project for my master's studies. So like, yeah, it was very experimental. Only, yeah, since Foxboy, I have found my sound and I know what kind of music I want to make. But it took me. I'm 26 now, so technically it took me 26 years to finally understand.
Hey, you're 26. You're young. You're fine. You're fine. I'm 37, so you're fine. You're a baby still, so you're fine. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. I think
It's slowly not a baby anymore. It's done.
Wait till you're about 28, 29, then we'll talk about that. I think I actually did hear that album as I was driving home. It is very, it was. But again, like you said, it's an experiment thing. So, yeah, I guess that would be, yeah. All right, so Plunder, oh my God, Plunder, wow, Plunder went really, he's either researched you as well, or he's got some really big things. So, what has been the biggest challenge you've had to overcome creating your content? Is the first question. That's a good question. Even I'm like, oof.
I have a good answer though. The biggest issue for me has been giving parts of the process off to other people. Because I've been overly proud of being able to do the music videos, being able to do the writing, recording, mixing, mastering. I would do it myself. But now I've hit a limit where I have to just accept, look, I can keep doing it myself, but then the quality will ever improve. This is the limit. Like, I can only invest that much time in every part if I want the videos to look insane, much better. I have to get VR videographers to do the directing and the recording.
Yeah. Because you do have some pretty good videos out there. Yeah. Like Foxboy came out and that was such a thing. And then I think you did if I'm not mistaken, you did a contest and you got two people whose, I will say those two looked really, really well done. Like they were just, to sum it up, it was really well done. Snow in Sweden, like, to me, like, just watching that one in particular, that one looked like it took a long time because there was so many different shots. And if I'm not mistaken, it actually is a linked video from another song from someone else. Am I correct?
Oh my God. It is now. Danny Gray, the director of the video, he made a sequel, or like, hard to say, a prequel.
Yeah.
Of Snow in Sweden. And he presented that at the Furality Sylvia community showcase, and I watched it live and I didn't realize, like, I looked at it and I was like, oh it's the same characters as my music video of my song. Like, I'm so dumb, I'm actually stupid. And then after watching, somebody came up and was like, yo, Whsprs, did you see that Danny Gray made like a continuation of the music video story? And I was like, wait,
did he?
What do you mean? And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so dumb.
I was watching it and I was watching it and I was like, oh, and again, like I said, I really enjoyed this music, and I was wondering, like, wait, didn't we, hang on, but he just was, and I'm like, they connected. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, damn, if Whsprs planned this out, damn, like, where credit's due, but whew.
That's Danny's magic.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That's really cool. But yeah, if you haven't, guys, definitely go check out those music videos on Whsprs channel, Whsprs Music at YouTube. Definitely go check them out. They are really, really good. All right, so the next question is, and this one I'm actually more fascinated about because I actually want to find out, what do you do outside of music for fun? I'm actually generally curious of this.
I eat. I sleep. I breathe.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I kind of expecting I should expect that. I should not expect anything better than less. Yeah, no, that's fair. But would you call those fun though?
Do anything.
Really?
I don't do anything else. I had I used to do other things,
Mm.
but that is history. I have my to-do list is about this
A
big,
mile long. Yep.
and I have a choice every day. Every day, I have the choice of, do I want to watch Netflix? Do I want to go out and drink whatever, or do I want to just get at least one task off of this to-do list? And every time I decide for the to-do list, I do something for Whsprs, and that makes me happy. I don't do anything else. I have a job. I work at a radio station on the side. It's a part-time job as a producer.
Oh,
And the rest is
whoa.
all Whsprs.
So you actually work as a producer for a radio station? Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Oh, damn. There you go. So he does see still in the music industry. Holy heck. So you don't do anything. You wouldn't say you don't go, like, every now and again in summer you would go for a swim at the beach, or you wouldn't. Really? That's interesting. So you never have downtime, you would say, or you do have downtime.
No, I don't, and that's not good. And people keep telling me that, friends keep telling me that I don't have downtime. And it's gonna come back to haunt me at some point, but I'm not there yet, so I don't care. But we'll see.
Well, then I'm glad right now is downtime then. I'm giving you some downtime right now, so I guess that's sort of a good thing. Well, again, it's not like I'm making you physically do anything. You're just chilling, vibing, chatting with some random tiger on the internet, so... Yeah, random tiger on the internet, love it. Anyway, I just gave you a title for your next song. Oh boy. Anyway, moving on. Oh god. So this one, I don't know. I get the question he asked, but I don't know how to explain it. So he says, "What is the most interesting fan meet?" So I don't know whether he means like whether he's talking like a general fan or whether he's talking like a group of fans. It's just what is the most interesting fan meet? That's it. So
the most interesting fan I've met, maybe that's the question. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I told you my community's not smart. I might be the only dumb one out of all of them.
The most interesting fan. I'll answer it differently. I'll say Furality Sylvia was, especially the Saturday after my performance, or Friday, I don't know. The day after my performance was insanity. And I
think so. Friday was the performance. I think Saturday. I think Friday was your performance. Saturday was the day after, I believe. Again, because I have to go by Australia time. My timetable is forward for you guys, so. Yeah, I think it was Friday, yours performance, and then Saturday, which would have been my Sunday. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, the day after was insanity. Like, I was not expecting it. I enjoyed it. It was stunning to have so many people walk up to me just being nice, taking selfies, that was mind-blowing and a feeling that is hard to describe. I was on a high for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Just being like, okay, shit. It's so nice to see that people like the music, that people identify with
the music
background. It's not even that people come and be like, yeah, yo, that song it's a vibe, or like, yo, I go hard to that song. It's people coming up saying, like you just did, like I had a guy online or a girl, and it
resonates with the person.
It didn't work out, whatever.
Yeah,
people coming up resonating with the contents of the song, with the lyrics of the song. That is just different. It's amazing. I love that.
But I'd say that would be probably that would, I guess that qualifies as a very interesting fan experience. Yeah. Well, like I said, like with me, mine was I was super nervous because I didn't know how to react to you. It's like I've always treated, I guess, even though I hate using the word, but pop you first, I hate to always go up to a popular and just sort of like squeeze in and say, hey, great, like do that to sort of cut you off. But I've always thought, don't do it. You wanna wait to the moment where they're quiet, they're nothing. Because again, you're like me, you bleed like me, you go to the bathroom, you drink, whatever. It's all the same as. But I guess because of the stature, a lot of people think of you as such this high and mighty. It's like, why doesn't you just treat them like a normal person? Like I'm very fortunate. I've gotten to meet some really amazing people, and then people are like, how did you talk to them? How do you go up and know them? It's like, just went up and said hey, and that's all it is. So
Yeah.
with me, for
No,
you,
honestly,
yeah, sorry.
the popular narrative, the popular narrative is or like it's annoying.
It is.
awful,
Mm.
and it's such a prejudice to people who are normal people. And if you walk up to them and talk to them, they might not want to talk to you, which is fine, because you might not want to talk to other people. You know,
Yeah.
they most of the time probably they are normal people, and they are nice. And this is the whole popular thing is very toxic in this
Yeah.
community. It's really bad.
Yeah. So with me, and again, chat would have known this. Again, for people from Twitch would have seen what I did. I was freaking the hell out. Like I'm sitting there nervous, shaking, going, oh, I don't know what I do. And I freaked out because, like I was saying earlier, it's just a lot of Whispers of songs hit me so hard because they're actual events, and it's good to know like there is people out there that had a similar experience. So I went, screw it, and I walked up. I said, hey, Whispers, can I have a chat with you? And you were just so like really cool with it. You were happy, and then we chatted, and then we did the interview, which sadly got screwed up, me muting it. Anyway, moving on. But I genuinely wanted to know more about you because, again, like you said, you have such a, well, I guess now I would say you have a fan base because of your songs. And like you said, it's very resonant to a lot of different people. So again, like I've said to people, if you see someone you want to know or get to know, just go up and say, hey, I'd like to have a chat with you. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, yeah, cool, no worries. Or in, I guess Whispers isn't pulling them away from a situation, because that has happened in the past as well. So, yeah. All right, and the last one is, so how long did it take to make and edit Snow in Sweden, the music video? So there you go. So someone's now curious.
The edits, like of the
He
itself.
just says how long did it take to make and edit Snow in Sweden, the music video?
Oh, okay. So Snow in Sweden was the first music video where I worked with another VR film director.
You can shout him out, that's fine.
I know they had a whole time plan of when people were available. They have a Discord where they organize the actors, they organize the times when we met. I was at 2 shoots, which took, oh, was it 1? I don't know, I'm not sure anymore, but it took like 3 hours.
Oh
4
wow.
hours. And that was only the part that I was involved in. So the literally just the shooting. So all of the other scenes, every scene where you don't see me in,
Is from their
was
one.
made. I have no idea how long that took. I know they worked on it for 3 weeks in total. That was the span, I
Whoa.
think, until when I told them until it came out. So coordinating the actors, recording, doing the editing, everything else. Yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks, okay. And you did that with who was the person you did that with? Danny
Danny Gray.
Danny Gray. There you go,
very
guys.
Talented film producer. Yes.
Yeah, Danny has done some really cool videos as well. You probably would have seen them as well. Furality, he did I believe he did a Tatum one.
Exactly.
He did the well, some people believe it's a prologue, but it isn't. One of his version songs that's connected to Snow in Sweden. So yeah. But yeah, definitely go check those out, guys. If you haven't, definitely go check out Whispers. Go check out Danny's. Danny does some really amazing stuff. I'm really fortunate to see the stuff he does as well.
Yes.
That's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything you would like to maybe say, promote? You have yeah, all the time you'd like.
Well, what I do want to promote is, first of all, if you are at Megaplex in September, please come by. I will be performing there. My album is going to be out in September too, my second album, and I am very confident when I say that it is the best piece of work I've ever produced from every aspect.
Ooh.
So,
There you go.
follow me on your streaming service of choice, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Go and look for me. It's WHSPRS, so Whispers without the vowels. Follow me there, follow me on YouTube, and yeah.
Technically, so
Keep in touch.
funny you should mention that. So this is the question. Now that you said it, now I can bring it up. So I have a question. This will be the final question for tonight, and it's actually funny you should mention why you don't have vowels. This was asked by Marco Wolf, and he asks, so, why? What are you against with eyes and vowels in Whispers?
Let's put it this way. It started with my Minecraft username, which was Whisper of Fate, and over the years, it's evolved. It's lost a lot of the words and the letters. And 10 years later, it's Whispers.
Whispers, yeah, without the vowel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay, well, I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much for taking the time out and just coming, chilling with me tonight and answering some questions, talking. This has been really, really fun. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, when we first did this, I was like super, super nervous, and I obviously screwed up royally. But it was definitely an experience, and I'm glad you've taken the time to come and actually hang out with me, have a chat. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, guys, please.
Thank you for inviting me.
No worries. Again, guys, please go check out Whsprs at all his socials. He's got Twitter, YouTube. Like I said, if you want to check out his music, go check out, if you've got it on Spotify, iTunes, Whsprs, or Whsprs Music. Definitely check out those. Look forward to the album. That's going to be really, really cool. And again, if you are going to Megaplex, please go give him a hello. Say hey. Maybe give him a hug. You never know. I think that's pretty much all. So again, thank you, Whsprs, for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Guys, if you want to keep up to date with what's going on, like I said, check out all the socials. If you want to keep up to date with the stuff going on in my world and catch up with the podcast that I will be starting pretty soon, you can go check out all my socials, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all at Dark and Tiger. As always, I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay well, and we'll all see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.